A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back once again to HJN Season 4. So, we're back at it once again, and I do have a lot more topics here to talk about for the rest of the season, but do keep in mind, I'd say maybe 10 more will probably cover it. For 2653, we're going to be talking about choices. And well, not just the fact that choices are significant in our daily lives, but I'm going to give to you a good definition. Well, choices are seen as the decision making of an individual person based on their original desire. And individuality is of course seen as a big significance as to how choices are indeed made. Because if somebody happens to have a certain individual idea for something, or maybe it's multiple choice, there's always the chance that it could be regarded as a set of choices. Multiple choice, of course, is more or less just referring to the fact that there could be more than one choice involved. Like, what kind of university shall we go to? Could we go to the likes of University of Phoenix, or University of Milwaukee, or University of Miami, or something of the sorts? There's always the good chance that, depending on what goes down, the person in particular might happen to have a certain desire for one place in particular. It could be because they appreciate the weather in what said location there is. It could be because of how moral the people could be in. It could be because of the challenge that's involved with such curricular activities that are set upon the university in question. It could even be because of the many accommodations that are in play, from the dorm room to the unique extracurricular activities made for extra credit. The thing is, though, choices are definitely made, not just as a means of whatever important life decisions you hope to make, whether it be from a school or even a house that you could probably get a hold of if you can afford it. But choices, of course, extend out to way more things out there. Like, for example, in the basis of Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo, later this month, I do hope to begin a new episode, or series in this case, a season of Journey 5.067, basically a bunch of PS5 games. Well, the choices do stand to play in. For the most part, I've selected on Spider-Man 2, which came out a couple years ago, as well as Dragon's Dogma 2, as well as RoboCop Rogue City. But that's just to name a few. And I feel like that many people whom are fans of Journey 5.067 and all the PS5 exclusives that I played through so far probably don't want me to talk too much about upcoming details on whatever new series I hope to do later this year. Oh, but then of course, we could talk about many other individual things that I hope to do for the rest of this year as well. I hope to bring back I Found It First, as well as films I should have talked about years ago, since both times it's been years since I last did those. I also plan on doing another vlogathon season, since it's also been a while since I last did that. 2022 was pretty much when all three of those series on YouTube had last had such a big appearance. But I'd say here in 2025, it might as well be time to bring all of them back. So that's going to take a lot of work as well as a lot of creativity, because there's so much that I'd have to do in all cases. Coupled with Journey 5.067 as well as a few newer projects, talk about a busy year this will be. On the basis of all that's going on, though, there's still much more that I might as well discuss. But let's be real. I don't really want to be here all day talking about HJN stuff. And besides, the main thing about choices in this case is that everybody has their own individual decisions to make here. And there's also the times where sometimes you might have a choice that you might make in particular that is seen possibly as questionable or straight up explicit. And whether some people disagree with you on that is kind of up to any of your debate. I have no power to intercept or interfere with this sort of stuff. So, what's the point of me going into that sort of rabbit hole? Because overall, with choices comes lots of things worth discussing. And I'd say in this instance, I was more than glad to include this in this season Considering that we're going to be 10 more episodes short of a sweet victory for another season being over, because let's just say there's been a lot that I've put towards this sort of work. In any case, though, I hope you enjoyed this piece as much as I've enjoyed making a lot of these episodes, as a matter of fact. But since we still have little ways to go here, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more.